Welcome to FilmIn5D, the show about everything film and the 5D Mark II. I'm your host, Aaron Hammock, and this week we talk about hard light versus soft light.
Wait, didn't we already do a lighting episode?
Yeah, we actually did 2 lighting episodes. And someone asked me, hey, are you gonna do some lighting episodes? Here's my Tosh.0 impression. Are you gonna do some lighting episodes? I'm like, yeah, I did 2 of them, but I'll do another one. This is pretty important. A lot of people ask this question. For the longest time, I didn't even know what soft light was. But we're gonna find out today. So this week, we're talking about hard light versus soft light. And some of the questions I often see getting asked are, what's the difference between the two, which is better, and what types of light should I buy? So I'll be addressing all of these and more today. But I just want to start off by saying that hard light and soft light are 2 extremes, and anything I'm about to point out or suggest is not tied to any sort of rule. With hard and soft light, you'll very rarely use one or the other. What I've found is that really you just need a nice mix between the 2 extremes, since at the end of the day, you're really just using lighting to push a theme or feeling visually. The hardest light is going to have the smallest surface area, which you can see here with this Pro light. Since it has a very small reflector to bounce the light, you will get very harsh shadows since the light is hitting your subject at a very limited angle. My general rule of thumb when determining which lights are which is to ask myself, is the surface area of the light fixture bigger or smaller than my subject? If it's bigger, then you will get a softer light that will remove shadows around the eyes. Here we have a soft light, which in this case is actually a soft box, and with its bigger surface area, it spreads light more evenly across your subject. And keep in mind that the distance of the light from your subject is another variable that determines whether the light will be hard or soft. Take this spotlight for instance, which at a normal distance from the subject generates very hard shadows, but if we move the light closer to the subject, it becomes softer and those shadows are less defined. An example of this can be found in everyday life when we talk about the sun, which is much larger than any amount of subject you could ever be filming at once, but it creates very hard shadows because it's very far away. And I've mentioned in previous episodes that an overcast sky will produce a softer light since the light from the sun is spread more evenly across the sky. Now obviously you really need the sun for more artistic outdoor shots, but if you're filming an interview, the soft light that you get when it's overcast is great. Next, I'll talk about some of the issues with hard and soft light, as well as some applications that may help you decide between hard and soft light for your next project. But first, a public service announcement.
Hey, I came as quick as I could.
Don't worry about it. We don't have much time though.
What do you mean?
Never mind. I've got something for you.
What is it?
Protection.
From what?
I don't know. Just a feeling, I guess. That'll cost you, by the way.
Cost me? Aren't I paying you enough already? How much is it gonna cost me?
$1K. But listen, I have something to tell you about your friend Aaron.
$1,000? What makes you think I have that kind of money?
Never mind, don't worry about it. I'll bill you later. But look, we know Aaron killed your friend Will.
Well, I guess the security footage showed that.
But I have reason to believe now that Aaron is working with somebody to plot against you.
What makes you figure that?
I don't know, just a feeling, I guess.
What is it? What do you smell?
Smell?
You get it, right?
Maybe I'm freaking out for nothing.
Hey man, you're doing a great job.
I'm gonna need that money from you ASAP, by the way.
You know I don't have the money.
Also, I want to bring on an associate of mine. He's a psychologist.
Why do we need
Look, just trust me on this one. I have to go now. I'll send you the bill for this tonight.
Well, okay. Thanks for the help.
And we're back. Real quickly, I just want to point out that you can always make a hard light soft, but it really doesn't work the other way around. Of course, you can always change the distance from your subject like I said before, but the thing about softboxes and other large surface lights like LEDs is that the further away you use them, the harder they are to control, like light spill on your background for example. Here we have our Pro light again, which has a very small surface area, but using a few techniques we can make the light softer by bouncing the light. The first and most common way to soften light is an umbrella. This can be done one of two ways. If you have a silver umbrella, you face your light away from your subject and the light is bounced back onto your subject. Or if you have a white umbrella, you can aim the light directly onto your subject. If you do it this way, the light will be slightly brighter since it travels less through space. And another way to soften light, which can save you some money on equipment, is to bounce the light off a white reflector, flag, or even a poster board. Doing so will increase the surface area of the light as it hits your subject, generating a softer light. Now, if you're all about making your subjects look as good as possible, like for interviews or something, then you'll want to consider using softer lights. Doing so will remove shadows around the nose, eyes, and neck area. But oftentimes, soft lights are hard to control with their large surface areas, which is one of the reasons many independent filmmakers choose hard lights. And not to mention that hard lights can be more dramatic and give you the film look that everyone is always after. But like I said before, you're really just going to want to find a good mixture between both hard and soft lights for your projects for the best results. And as always, each project will be different and you want to use the lights that will best help you to push an emotion or theme. But that's it for this week. Send your questions to me via @mentions on twitter.com/AaronHammock. Also check out the show's Twitter at FilmIn5D or like our Facebook page at this link here, and we'll be back next week to give my thoughts on the 5D Mark III specs.
Wait, are you being serious this time?
Yeah, apparently. I mean, if they announce it in time, they're supposed to announce it.
When?
Or it's already been announced. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know. We're in the future right now.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming that it's going to have already been announced, and then I'm going to give my thoughts on it. So, see if we're going to get it or not, or if I think other people should just save $1,000 basically and just go with the older one. So we'll find out. See you next week. And go.
I don't know, just a feeling. No, alright.
Want me to say the line too?
Just a feeling.
Yeah, it's fine.
Shut up.